they bring in about $50,000 of U.S. sales as a team a week, which is super impressive. So Leah and her husband have just shown the true example of dedication, discipline, and true servant leadership. Leah has a public health background. Sam is a graphic designer, and they also run, at a minimum, I believe, 2 to 3 other businesses, as well as Sam works a full-time job, and they have 3 amazing kiddos. So these guys are getting it done and showing how to truly transform their financials, their family's financial blueprint, get a great public health product out into the world that I just love, and lead a family and a lifestyle that truly is compatible with, being with your children at the same time you really go for your dreams and your goals. So Leah, I'm so excited to turn this over to you, and thank you so much for contributing so much to our team and teaching us a bit about HELO and World Global Network today.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Tanya. And I know she didn't share this about herself, but Tanya is my sponsor, like she said, and she is our first solo female president in this company, which is hugely exciting. And she's been with this company since a whopping January 19th. Yes, that is how fast this is moving. People are rank advancing that fast. It is absolutely incredible. So I am going to go and get my screen shared here, make sure everybody is muted. All right. And get the slideshow started. Can everybody still hear me okay? Thumbs up, can you hear me? Good, okay. A couple times I've done this on mute for a while, so I always double check. Okay. All right. Yeah, so we are gonna be talking about World Global Network in this company today for about the next half hour or so. And I know some of you probably, maybe you were actually looking for something. Maybe you're on here as a favor to somebody, just like, okay, I'll go check it out. Or maybe you're like my husband and I, and we, as Tanya mentioned, we have 3 other businesses, full-time job, 3 kids, a crazy life as many do. So we were not looking for anything when this came across our lap, but we knew a good opportunity when we saw one. We did our 24 hours of kind of looking into it, and we were all in. Like, we had to make room in our life for this because stuff like this does not come around very often, and every opportunity has an expiration date. So here we are, a whopping 3 months later, and it's been a really, really exciting ride already. So I'm going to get to our income disclosure here.
To see our full income disclosure, please visit our website at www.worldgn.com.
So our company, actually, it's a really cool story because we're a 6-year-old company, so established. We've gone through all the growing pains of being an established company, but we are literally launching a continent right now. And that's why many are like, what? How long has this been in existence? I've never heard of it before. It's because it's never been in the United States and Canada prior to about 7 months ago. So we're ground floor opportunity with an established company. We are publicly traded, and that's one of the things that was very attractive for us. There's not many companies within this industry that have that accolade of being publicly traded. So that means we have public financials. We're monitored by the FTC. It's really just kind of legitimizes a little bit this opportunity. And we are global. So we're in 195 of 196 countries in the entire world. So the only country we are not in right now is North Korea. So literally the world is our playground, which has been super fun. That was a brand new experience for me, and it's just been really exciting to see all the people come on board and having conversations in India, and it's just been crazy. We are also AAA rating in the Direct Sales Association. So for those that are new to the industry, that is kind of the governing body that oversees all of the companies in this space, like Tupperware, Avon, Mary Kay, all those kind of things. A AAA plus rating, so that speaks just how highly we are ranked kind of within that industry. We are also, of all the network marketing companies, ranked in the top 100. Right now, we are number 77, but the vision for this company is to be within the top 10. And probably most important on this slide is we are partnered with Toshiba. So you know the 100-year-old company, multi-billion-dollar company. They are our partners, and it's kind of fun when people ask. I get the question quite a bit, and I love it. People say, "Okay, so if you're partnered with Toshiba, why did this HELO not come out through a traditional sales model, like through Best Buy and Target and whatnot. And they actually wanted to buy the device. But as I will go into, our FABIO, our CEO, would not sell. And I'll share a little bit more about that story. This is FABIO. He is a creator, technology, inventor genius. So he founded one of the largest ISPs in Italy. He was one of the first creators of the LCD touchscreen. He just one of those kind of creative geniuses in this space. And I actually got to hear him speak 2 weeks ago in Thailand. And, you know, I kind of knew some of his accolades, but I really didn't have a full appreciation for him until I was there and got to hear him speak. Like, one of the most humble, successful men I have ever met. And he kind of shared his story, how he moved from the space of before he was in telecommunications and how he got into now improving quality of life for people. And his father actually has suffered diabetes for most of his life, and just working hard, looking forward to retirement. And as the nearer he got to retirement, the effects of the disease really started taking over that quality of life. And so FABIO watched his father's health just decline, blindness set in, until he passed away about, I think, 2 years ago now. And so FABIO just knew he wasn't using his talents to really impact people's lives in the space he was in before. So did a total 180, total rebrand of the company. And that's how the HELO came into existence, because he really wants to improve quality of life for people and change many hundreds of thousands of families' financial landscapes versus just the CEOs of the big corporation. So he would not sell. And Toshiba wanted to come into this space and take it and go through a traditional sales model. He knows that network marketing is the most fast and efficient way to get anything to market. He's super passionate about it. He will not sell. And again, many families' financial landscapes can be affected. So they're actually calling him the Steve Jobs of wearable technology. Again, here are just some of his accolades. And it was just really, really inspiring to hear his story. And if I was all in before, but this just sealed the deal for me to hear it from the horse's mouth. So here's, again, some of those accolades that we have. I mean, he's been recognized as at the top 10 CEO. And we have already in world. So the longest person has been within this company in this space since we've been launching HELO, a whopping 13 months. And we already have 10% of the leaders. You Google the top 200 network marketing professionals, 10% are already with World Global Network, which is super impressive. And you'll get to see some of those people here a little ways into this. Again, this speaks to how we are a publicly traded company. And another thing that's awesome about that, it is attracting people that have never been in this space before. They've been, from other direct sales companies that are, just people that are just rocking it that are coming over here, or CEOs that, this is outside of their traditional norm and business model. They're coming to this because we are a debt-free company. Everything is open book, so you know what you're getting. We don't have any ghosts in the closet or anything like that. This slide here, now this is probably the most important one of the whole slide deck. So some people even they take a picture if you want to be sharing this with other people. This speaks to the industry we are in of wearable technology. So the industry, before even World Global Network got into this space, we know that 123 million devices were sold, between like Fitbit and Garmin and Samsung and Jabra and all the other companies that make these types of devices. 123 million were sold last year, 2016. Forbes projects that by 2020, 411 million devices will be sold. And again, that's before World got into this space. It's going to happen with or without you, me, Tanya. That's just where this industry is going. And that takes it, with that big of a jump in devices, takes it to a $20 billion growth to a $34.2 billion industry. So as a whole, as a company, we were just looking for 3% of the market share, which I'll kind of tell you where we are already after 10 months. But 3%, we did not need to overtake it. That was not the goal. We get some people questions, well, what happens when some other of these companies develop similar devices? First of all, I don't think they're going to be able to touch what we can do. But even if they do, we do not need to dominate this industry. We just wanted 3% of the market share, because that 3%, that takes us to a $3 billion company. So what slice of that do you need to completely change your family's financial landscape? And honestly, this is what sold us on this. We know that where this industry is going. We know we have the hottest product in this space right now. So we were all in. So this, I gave you a little teaser in Bangkok at the International Convention a couple weeks ago. They said, they shared with us, where are we already? Like we just wanted 3%, but we are already at 5% market share. We have passed companies like Sony and Microsoft and Jawbone. If you've ever heard of those companies, you know, they're kind of common names. We've already sold more units than them. The only ones we haven't passed yet are Samsung, Garmin, and Fitbit. But now, seeing how fast and how big this has gotten in the short amount of time we've been out there, we have no doubt that we are going to take number one in this space. And we are going to go well beyond, now that we're at 5%, we're going to go well beyond. We are just in the next 3 months producing another 1 million devices and have sold 500,000 already. So as you can see from this chart here, that's going to take us above Garmin. And how long has Garmin been out there? You know, we are just 10 months into this space. So super, everybody came away from convention just like totally floored. So this is kind of how we share this, how we qualify people and get you to really see the vision of where this is going. So in the chat box, go ahead and just type, have you guys ever heard of Fitbit? Yes or no, just quick chat. Or you can give me a thumbs up too. Right? Yes. Okay, so most people are familiar with Fitbit, and we actually include in the Apple App Store in here when we qualify this question, which you'll understand why. Yes, Fitbit itself is an $8 billion company. So knowing what you know today about Fitbit, if you could have gone back in time and been one of the first people to get involved, would you have, and you could have gotten paid on every device sold, would you have gotten involved? Yes or no? Right? Hindsight's 2020. Awesome. So, okay, so here, this is the situation at hand. Like literally, honestly, we have a device that is revolutionizing 3 industries at once. Healthcare. We know companies are looking for stuff like this to help manage employees' healthcare costs because we know that is through the roof. They're starting to invest in Fitbit, and now as we're entering the space, there's universities and physicians and wellness companies and corporations coming to FABIO. We want this device, and since he's sticking to the network marketing model, that means all of that volume is going to come from distributors out in the world. So revolutionizing healthcare, technology. Like literally, this is life-sensing technology. It has never been done before. So we're revolutionizing that industry. And the home-based business model. You know, many people like to do parties, but sometimes life just doesn't allow that kind of thing. So we are able to do this completely online or from our phone. It's just a matter of sending out messages, sending out some videos, getting on computer, doing Zooms like this. Like literally, you can do your business anywhere. My husband and I were in Jamaica a few weeks ago, right prior to Thailand, and I was doing some of these. I did some launch calls. I was doing some online meetings, sending out messages, and we just sat and looked at each other and we're like, literally, like we want to travel the world with our family, and we can take our business with us everywhere, which is so freeing and exciting. So that's what we have here, a crazy, crazy opportunity, and I have a video that's going to kind of paint this picture even more so.
Welcome to World, a revolutionary company poised to change the lives of millions across the globe, focused on becoming the next multi-billion-dollar technology company to hit Wall Street. Founded by CEO and visionary Mr. FABIO GALDI, Mr. GALDI has been leading the technology arena since 1994, where he founded the 5th largest ISP in Europe. In 2002, he introduced one of the first touchscreen LCDs to the marketplace, and in 2005, he developed one of the first successful VoIP platforms. Now, with a strategic alliance with leading tech giant Toshiba, Mr. GALDI has developed the most advanced wearable device to hit the planet. World has just released its 2nd generation HELO, the HELO LX, with the help of world-renowned Apple iPhone designer, Mr. Antonio DeRosa. The HELO LX is now more intelligent and more stylish than ever. The HELO LX is powered by Toshiba's newest and most powerful nanochip. The HELO is capable of providing its wearer data that's truly life-altering. By simply wearing the device, the proprietary technology of HELO LX can monitor your most important vital signs, like blood pressure, heart rate, breath rate, sleep quality, fatigue level, steps, calories, and can even provide you with an actual EKG. Unlike any other device, the HELO LX has a brain that evolves over time. By the 4th quarter of 2017, the HELO LX will be able to monitor blood sugar levels, alcohol levels in your blood, and even repel disease-carrying mosquitoes. The HELO LX does more than just monitoring your health. The HELO LX can also monitor the health of your loved ones. With our We Care and Guardian features, you will have the ability to remotely monitor your loved one's vital signs, mood, and energy levels. You'll know if they are getting a good night's sleep or if they're tired and fatigued. You'll even receive an alert if their measurements are out of normal range. These amazing features add another layer of peace of mind that no other device on the planet can offer. In the near future, you will know if your loved one's blood sugar level is too high or too low, or if they have had a little too much to drink and are not safe to get behind the wheel. But it doesn't stop there. The HELO LX can also alert you if your loved ones are in trouble. With the push of a button, the HELO LX can send you an SOS alert via SMS and email, providing you the exact GPS coordinates of your loved ones. And finally, the HELO LX adds another dimension to its amazing capabilities, the ability to balance your body's ions. Through the power of germanium stones, these stones can help increase circulation, help with muscle stiffness, reduce pain, and even help with your stress. Along with the HELO LX, World has also released the BioZen, a small chip that can make a huge difference. The BioZen has been scientifically and medically proven to reduce harmful effects of electrosmog. As you can see, World has developed must-have products for anyone and everyone. However, the HELO LX cannot be purchased in stores. It can only be purchased directly from a World distributor. Priced at only $319, the HELO LX is priced less than most wearable devices on the marketplace, yet provides features no one else in the marketplace has. The HELO LX can also be purchased as a family pack, providing you the ability to receive an additional HELO LX for free. Already seen on news channels across the globe, the HELO LX is taking the world by storm, and you have the opportunity to capitalize on this phenomenon. Every World customer can automatically become a World distributor for free. World has developed a simple and powerful word-of-mouth platform that allows each and every person the ability to take part in this multi-billion-dollar industry. Each time you share World's technology with others and they become a customer, you get paid. And as those customers share our products with their friends and family, you continue to get paid. This viral sharing process has provided a revenue model that is changing the lives of millions across the globe. In less than 5 years, World has already ranked in the top 100 direct selling companies, and impressively, 10% of the top 100 earners in the industry come from World, and that number continues to climb each month. Once you make the decision to become a world changer, our team of leaders across the globe will train and mentor you to success. We have daily webinars to help you promote our products and build your team. All you have to do is follow our simple turnkey system and copy what others have done to achieve the same level of success. So what's your next step? Connect with a World distributor and attend one of our World presentations. It's your time to be a world champion.
So that is one of our awesome marketing videos. That's what we call the 5-minute video that we send to people, and it's just a great part of our system and tools. So again, they kind of went over some of the features that the HELO has. They're listed here. And one thing that was really cool, I thought, was that Antonio De Rosa, I don't know if you're familiar with that name. I wasn't prior to coming to World, but he was actually one of the main designers for Apple. So he developed the iPhone 5, 6, 7, and the iWatch. And he now is with World Global Network. So you'll notice the device has a very sleek feel. Our packaging looks just like an iPhone box. And I absolutely love it. And some of the people that are, hardcore Apple people, they're like, I recognize that packaging. So that's been really cool. Some of the stuff that, before I get into here, what we currently have also that wasn't mentioned on the last step is we had blood glucose monitoring, blood alcohol, and a mosquito shield coming out in fourth quarter. So this here is our Guardian function. You basically just select which of the different biometrics that the HELO monitors, what you want to get feedback on. You set the parameters once the alert goes out of range, and then who you want on your We Care to get those notices. So a lot of people are interested just this specifically even for thinking of aging parents, just to have that kind of peace of mind. I know we had a friend who actually threw in on her grandma who had recently had a stroke, and she was a nurse practitioner herself, so she set herself up as the Guardian and with the Guardian function, and she had gotten a text message that saying that her blood pressure had started climbing. So instantly she called her grandma and said, Grandma, you know what, I think you need to get in and get this checked out. She went into the clinic, and sure enough, it had started raising again, and they just were able to adjust her blood pressure medication and bring it back down. We are just going to hear story after story of how people, because they can have that real-time feedback on how what their biometrics are doing to be able to really get things in check. This panic button was something I was really personally excited about. It's right on the side of the device. You just push it twice, and it'll send a text message and an email to whoever you have set up for your guardian, and they will get an alert, and they will know exactly where you are when you push that. So you think of yourself, if you're ever in a situation where you just can't pick up your phone and say, I need help, or like, I've had many like parents with kids and in high school, college, where they're starting to go out a little bit more, and they've been using it as a way to, if they need to be picked up, but they don't feel comfortable just saying, hey, Mom, I need a ride. They just push it, and then they kind of pull up and pick them up, and nobody knows none the wiser. I love it thinking of my mom who lives alone. If she's ever just doesn't have her phone close by her, she can push that if she's, something went wrong or something is wrong. And then, of course, of our aging parents. If they where a lot of things like Life Alert and whatnot, where it's synced up to 911 or the police, and when it's not something that severe, but they just need some help, it's another option for them. So a lot of relevant things for the SOS feature. Here, this chart kind of compares some of the other wearables in this space, but really I think the HELO it's a sector of all of its own. We really are a category creator here because it's much more of a health monitoring device. And on the bottom, if you'll notice, it says business opportunity. That was my favorite part because I don't think no matter how much I love my Fitbit, they were going to give me any sort of slice of that. We have been featured on Fox News 3 times already. Toshiba also brought the HELO to the international, the biggest technology conference in the world called the CES. It was in Vegas in January. And of all the products Toshiba has, they featured the HELO. Like that in of itself speaks volumes. And they made the stock that week go from about $1.50 per share to I think its high was $24 per share. I think now it's covering kind of around the $12 to $14 area, but just that whole publicly traded thing, I just absolutely love. And this guy on the bottom here, he was one of the first guys to get our HELO Classic, and he got around the 2-lead ECG, and it told him that I got an abnormal reading. So he was in the doctor's office later that day and getting that checked out, and it was a good thing he did. So we're just going to hear story after story of different lives that are impacted in this way. On the inside of the band are the germanium stones, which when I first started reading about this, I'm like, that's pretty cool. It helps with blood flow, helps with your positive ions. But now, again, it's another thing I learned in Thailand is we're going to have an app that monitors blood oxygenation. And we've started to see the studies that they're starting to put together that after 10 minutes, the blood oxygen levels raised 1 to 2 points of somebody wearing the germanium stones on the inside of their band. So just another aspect of how it's health promoting. We have another product called BioZen. So this is actually a sticker chip you put right on the back of your electronic devices. If you think about how plugged in we are, like people are on their phones more than ever before in history, and tablets and laptops, and we're so plugged in. And we know, like you hear people already kind of mentioning, you're going to get brain cancer, you're on your phone too much. But it's like legit, like we know that this is having negative health effects on people's health because of how plugged in we are. And like over in Asian countries, they're well aware of the effects of this. I think the US is just a little bit behind, but we are starting to hear more and more about it. If you Google electrosmog, you'll see a lot of good YouTube videos from people that really understand this on how we need to start paying attention. So you take this chip, you put it on the back of your electronic devices, and it eliminates that electromagnetic radiation. I just started talking to people about this a little bit, and every person I talk to, I think, like, I know it's important, but I am like, oh, will other people see that? Everyone I talk to wants one. And so that's, like, we need to start talking about BioZen. Walked into a chiropractor's office, and she's like, do you have one? Can I buy one right now? So I think this is going to be just another huge product. One thing, kind of going back to the HELO a little bit, that totally sets us apart also, as if everything else didn't set us apart from this space, but we now have our own app store. So we have something called Open API. So we have, I think now it was 100, I think we have 200 app developers right now working on apps to customize your HELO even more than what it does now. So it'll take the biometrics that this reads and be able to give you, there's gonna be customized fitness programs, help with fertility, and even more on sleep. And here, this next week, we are launching our very first app called the Lifestyle Index. So it takes the metrics and gives you basically a wellness score called the Lifestyle Index. And kind of phase 2 of this will teach people then how do I increase my score. And right now people can pull in their friends and family in here to kind of make it a little competition thing to kind of promote health and wellness. So I was, with my public health background, I was really excited to see that this is one of the first ones coming out. And I mean, the sky is going to be the limit here on what this does. And okay, so cool, makes our device even more valuable for our customers, but what does that mean for us as distributors? Well, if you're familiar with the story of Apple and when they came into the mobile space, you know, it was Motorola and Nokia that really were dominant in that space. And when Apple came in, you know, nobody really knew them from Adam, but it wasn't the touch screen, it wasn't the hardware, it was the entrance of their app store that really made Apple completely dominate, and why the iPhones are seriously the dominator in this space because of that app store. And so that was exciting. They started from 800 apps, now they're at 2.3 million apps. But as distributors, okay, so what does that mean? Well, the Apple App Store has $3 billion in revenue per month in what we call microtransactions, from when people download apps, add plugins, you know, all those little tiny transactions that don't seem significant, but when you add it up over millions or hundreds of thousands of devices, that leads to $3 billion in revenue in a month. Well, now the HELO has its own app store, and we have all these developers developing apps. So all that will be microtransactions in volume that comes up to the organization and you get paid out on. So that's another side of our residual income, and you don't have to do anything. You're not gonna have to go out and promote it. There's just a banner right on the free app that everybody gets to read their HELO that'll say, visit the HELO app store to download more apps. So people will go there and download whatever fits their lifestyle, fits their health needs, and I am absolutely excited to see what's gonna come out with this. So the last product I'm going to talk about, which is coming out fourth quarter this year here, is called the FABIO. So we are actually releasing our own phone. It's going to be an Android-based phone. It will be able to connect with any of your carriers, because I know that's a common question. What we're most excited about is it will have that BioZen chip I mentioned built in. So this will be the first radiation-free phone in the world. Just again, starting to just forecast that a little bit. People are like, when is it coming out? When can I get one? And how many people use cell phones? Like everybody. So this is just going to be a whole nother opportunity. Of course, since we have Antonio on staff, it's a super sleek and sexy phone as well. It has dual cameras on the back and one on the front, 16 megapixel camera, huge storage. The battery life is projected to last 4 to 5 days, which is sold right there. And the cool thing about it is we have what's called a bezel-less screen. So the screen is the size of the iPhone 7 screen, but the phone itself is the size of the iPhone, or 7 Plus screen, but the size of the iPhone 7 phone. So it takes the screen all the way to the top and edges of the camera of the phone, which has never been done before as well. This company likes to be the first in many things. So that's our Infolio phone. I'm super, super excited about that. So all this stuff that we have, crazy, great, awesome products, global opportunity. Here's where all the different, we have 15 offices across the world, where here is where they are. The US one is in Miami. Just really, really exciting. As I mentioned, FABIO wants to do things that have never been done before, as we're seeing with all the products. And so one thing he announced in Thailand was you just hit the rank of President Millionaire one time, and you get access to your own private jet. Like really, like again, never been done before in the history of network marketing to have such an incentive. So any 24-hour notice, you could travel every day of the year if you wanted to. You hit this one time and you will have 12 months of an app with your own private jet on call to travel to these countries, and they're adding countries all the time. And within this app, there's a luxury home section. So you go to these places, where do you stay? You still got to pay for that, right? Well, there's this whole luxury home section where the homes are $2.5 to $5 million homes, and you get to reserve them for maybe $400 for the week. Like, absolutely insane. So when you think about needing to go visit prospects, doing team meetings, incentives, like just family vacations, I came into this with my big why has always been to show my family the world, and now they just made it a whole lot easier. So President Millionaire, here we come. Then the last thing here I'm going to talk about is kind of, okay, we have awesome programs, awesome incentives, awesome product and industry. How do you get involved? So the first thing is to become a team member. And basically you just pick your pack. Okay, so the first one is the HELO box set. If you're thinking about this, you're just kind of hearing this out a little bit as a customer perspective, this is probably your best fit. It's just $319. You get 200,000 weekly max should you decide to do the business. But if you really see the big vision here and where this is going, most of our business builders come in with the family pack or the premium pack. The premium pack is $19.99. It comes with 6 HELOs and 6 sets of the colored bands. So the HELOs come with a black band, but we have colored band sets where you can switch out the colors. There's like a couple blues and purples and a pink, and just makes it more customizable there. So we have 6 band sets. Now you're eligible for the 600,000 weekly max earnings because you get the 3 business centers. And so that just brings the price point down to about $214 per band. You end up saving nearly $1,200 with that pack. The family pack is $1349. You get 5 HELOs and 1 set of colored bands. Also get the 600,000 weekly max with the 3 business centers, and we pay out our commissions weekly. Or there is the option to go all in. If the bios end really spoke to you, you can add the bios end to any of these packs as well, so you get both of those products coming. So if you pick your pack, with all these, you're eligible to get the fast start bonus, the 10% on all of your sales, but then you also get paid out on team volume commission. And how do you start doing that? Basically, you bring in 2 people, okay? The box set, the single bands box sets are 100 sales volume, and the family pack is 500 sales volume. And we speak in terms of sales volume. Since we're an international company, we can't just talk about US dollars. So we convert it into one basic currency that everybody can use. So you get 500 sales volumes on your right and your left, so bringing in 2 people with family packs, and you get to lock in your 20% for life. You get paid out in your lesser leg, 20% commission. And what floored me about this is that is unlimited generations. You are going to continue earning that 20% each week on that lesser leg, which is absolutely incredible. Before you get the 500 sales volume, you do get 10%. But once you get the 2 with 500, you lock in that 20% for life. So then the next thing is you help 2 people do the same thing. So basically we create two team builders, one on your right, one on your left. Repeat it, and then you open up the rest of the compensation plan. You get check matching, and the check match here is on 10 generations deep. So anybody you personally enroll, you get 10% of their check matched into your check. And then it just goes down all the way to the 10th generation. Plus all the other stuff, the luxury car bonus, the jet program, there is incentive trips. There's at the end of this month, there's a President's 3-day holiday that get to go on. In this fall, all the President Millionaires are going to the Amalfi Coast. And then next spring, for all the diamonds and above, there's going to be a Diamond Life holiday. Like, the incentives in this company are out of this world. I've never seen such a thing. So we have all this great stuff, but how do we get it out there? How do we share the message? How is it growing so fast? Well, it's because we have such incredibly easy systems. So we have a 2-minute video that shares about the product. We have a 5-minute video, which you guys saw, that introduces the business opportunity. 30-minute Zoom webinars right now, because we're growing so fast, 3 times a day that you can plug people into, plus numerous on recording if the schedule doesn't work for you. And we just do that basically all from your phone, all from your computer. Everybody logs on and gets a HELO.life marketing site where these videos and opportunity webinars are stored. So it's super, super simple and duplicatable. And that's why in just the last 6 months, we've promoted over 500 diamonds. Absolutely incredible. So we also have something called the loyalty membership, which every business builder is on this. It allows you to earn commissions and store your volume. So you get paid out on your lesser leg each week, but when you're on loyalty, then the other volume that was left over just carries forward into your next week. And they've made this so valuable, impactful of stuff that I have customers even that want to be on the loyalty membership. So you get the upgraded app on 5 devices, so you can get that unlimited cloud storage for all of your data. It's a protection plan, so if you break up to 2 devices per year, you can get those replaced. You also get 75 loyalty points, which is the equivalent to $1 basically deposited in your back office account. So you can buy the next generation HELO when it comes out. You can buy your the Folio phone. After a year, you will have enough in your back office to get both. Plus, you get another extra 1% team volume commission added, and it's stored in your back office. So after 12 months, you get that paid out, and it's what's called your money back. So it's just a little bonus at the end of the year. So incredible value. You've paid in $708. You get over $1,400 in different things that they've packed into this. Plus, this is the other part, how I mentioned the residual income part of the plan, the App Store and this. So you're enrolling people, everyone's getting on the loyalty membership, and essentially this is like our auto ship. So, and a lot of companies, they require $100-200 of a monthly auto ship just to stay in their compensation plan. And plus they're paying shipping because they're actually shipping out products. Here, we're not shipping out anything, so there's no shipping costs. And we have a really, really high retention rate. Like, I think it's like 80% of people that get on the loyalty stay on it, versus I think the industry average is like 10 to 12% of people like that stay on their auto ship program. So this is huge, huge when it's in terms of thinking of residual volume, because the $59 every month, you get $6 fast start when they first enroll, and then $6 residually, which is 30 sales volume. And so stick with this 3 to 5 years. You're continuing to grow your organization. You can do the math on, if you say your organization grows to 10,000 people over the next, however long, you get paid out every month 30 sales volume. What does that add up to just in residual income, not counting anything else that you're getting out of this compensation plan? So absolutely incredible. So the systems that we have in place, they're awesome, but they weren't created by my husband and I or Tanya. We have some of the best network marketers in the world as our upline, and that's why this is moving so fast. And it's just, we have some of the best, and here they are. Ramasio Fulcher's up on the right here. I think he was the fastest person to go to double president millionaire. Chad and Natita Panachupra, they are number 5 in the entire world of network marketing right now. Ramasio, he is actually he went from 0 to $263,000 per month in 6 or 7 months. Nat and Shanita is the number 5. They are earning $1.2 million per month right now. Chad and Natita Chung, they're number 9, I believe. That's Nat and Shanita's daughter, actually. Just incredible incomes being made here, which I'm not saying those numbers to crazy impress you, but what really is significant here is the shortened time frames. So these people are all on the top 200 network marketing list, right? All the other people on that list typically have been with their company for 15, 20 years. The longest person here, Nat and Shanita, at $1.2 million a month, they've been with this company for a whopping 13 months. Like, it is incredible, and it's because of the industry we're in, the product, the simple and effective systems. Like, it is moving faster than anybody has ever seen, and people are coming to World for this. So super exciting leadership that we have in this company. So wrapping this all up, seriously, like, the time is now. This ground floor opportunity will not always be ground floor. That is why it is so lucrative right now, is because we are literally launching a product and a continent all at the same time. We are a category creator with the device that we have. We are global, the systems, the crazy compensation plan, like I mentioned. There's no joining fee you don't have to buy into, a sign-up cost. You just buy your HELOs and get on the loyalty membership. And it's just absolutely incredible. Many of you probably know this face. This is Mark Zuckerberg, and are probably familiar with Facebook. He invited, if you know his story, he invited 5 people to his dorm room because he had a crazy, awesome idea. Only 2 people showed up, and they are now billionaires. And I think that really just kind of demonstrates a very similar situation that we have now with this absolute ground floor opportunity. So as we wrap this up, we want to just ask you to think about, kind of let the person that invited you to this know one of 3 things, okay? And try to do it in the next 24 hours, because we are on the fastest team in the US, and this is exploding and adding many, many people daily. So either yes, you're in, you're excited, you just need to get your pack figured out, how you want to come in, or 2, you're excited, you totally see the vision, you have a couple questions that you want to ask, get with them, let's get your questions answered, or 3, you know, you're not in the business side, just wasn't for you. You just want to be a customer, and that's okay too. At the end of the day, we love everybody. We just want to show you this opportunity. So we very much thank you for checking this out with us. And again, my name is Leah Malquist. I'm a diamond with World Global Network, and I am so excited that you guys are here and hope to be working with many of you soon. Take care, guys.